This here is his biography. He wrote that. That's about a 10-page biography. One page is missing from that. We still can't find it yet. But just kind of giving his life experience and things like that, and his life from his life until even before going into the Tuskegee Airmen. He always wanted to fly.
And did he grow up in Omaha?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he went to South High School. Graduated from South High School. I don't know what year he left South High School, but then he went to. I'm going to show you a picture over here to kind of go along with the story. And he started working out to what we call it Offutt Air Force Base. But before it was Offutt Air Force Base, was called Martin Bomber Plant. Okay, and this is him and his crew in Martin Bomber Plant.
That's very cool.
Okay. I don't know what year this was. This was the year. That's his sister pinning his wings on him, and that's his dad right there.
Okay.
That's Henry Orduna.
Okay.
This is just another picture of him and a few medals that he got. That's the interview they did with him in Chicago, because after he came back from the war, he went to live in Chicago, Illinois. So he lived there for quite some time, and this is them doing an interview with him in Chicago. Let's see, there's also, okay, getting back to the pictures, okay, this is after he became a mechanic working on the planes and things like that, then he became to teach others, how an instructor to teach others how to fly.
Yeah.
And so this is his crew around
at the Tuskegee Academy?
Now I've never been able to figure out if that's at the academy or not, because I can't recognize the building in the background.
Okay.
But I would say it would be, because that's where the training was.
Yeah.
So I'm just assuming that is. Okay. And this is him sitting out there. Like I said, he was the youngest supervisor that they had, black supervisor that they had out there at that time. And this is just him later on in life, just doing other things, getting involved in plays and all that kind of thing, and with some of the stars back in the day. Okay, now this here particular art is even a little more. Okay, here we go. It says, as a youngster, Ralph was interested in aeronautics and learned all that he could about airplanes. While he was employed at the bomber plant, he helped to build the B-26, a medium bomber, and later the heavy bomber, the B-29. His parents knew that he always wanted to fly, but so they also knew there was little or no chance that he would accomplish his dreams because of the race salutes. Like I said, they wouldn't, that was a bad time. In 1941, America became involved in World War II, and Ralph saw his opportunity to enlist in the Army Air Corps. That's what it was called at the time, the Army Air Corps. Up to now, black men were not allowed to join the Air Corps. It was said that they did not have the intelligence to fly, as they could not master the complicated airplane of that day. But with the help of Sergeant Bivens and the tenacity of his father, Ralph was allowed to enlist in the Army Air Corps. After he graduated from Tuskegee Flying School, located in Tuskegee, Alabama, he was commissioned as second lieutenant. So he started right out as a second lieutenant, pretty much. Okay. And he was stationed at what they call Ramtilli, Italy. That's back there in the war, when Hitler was doing his thing, with the 301st Fighter Squadron of the 15th Air Force's 332nd Fighter Group, the Army's first all-black fighter force. This was history in the making. Ralph flew 18 missions in the P-51 Mustang, escorting bombing missions and doing reconnaissance flights over enemy territory. For his efforts, he earned the Air Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters. After his service in the Air Corps, he studied for a commercial pilot's license under the GI Bill, but they were not hiring black pilots. Ralph P. Orduna, former Tuskegee Airman, succumbed to this life on Tuesday, May 27, 2003. He became a lonely eagle. That's what we were talking about, the lonely eagle in God's Heavenly Air Force. So that's pretty much of his history around here.
Very interesting. It's from the Star.
And then these are different plaques that represented him for recognition and different things that he did. Oh, and this here, this is the Congressional Medal of Honor that was given by Lee Terry, St. Lee Terry to me in 2000, and I think it was 2004 down at the Red Lion here. And so all the Tuskegee Airmen that were there got that, And I'm going to take this out and show because it has it has locations on both sides.
It's very cool. Wow.
And maybe I should do it like this here, give it a darker background. Now that's one side, and here's the other side.
Wow.
And so, how many people are in your group in Omaha who, for instance, receive these medals or that you work with in preserving this history?
Well, there's 4 now, as for in the Omaha general area. Like I said, the one Colonel Tull, he passed last year. So there's actually 3 Colonel Adams out of Lincoln, Colonel Lane here in Omaha, Nebraska, and a Corporal Holtz. And those are 3 that are still alive, original Tuskegee Airmen. As far as the group goes itself, I really don't have that number. Robert Rose, who's the president of our chapter, would be able to give you the actual numbers that there are right now.
And so there are chapters across the country.
There's different chapters. Absolutely, California, Ohio, Chicago. Yeah, there are different chapters. Absolutely. This is chapter, the Nebraska chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen, and it's named after Captain Alphonso W. Davis. This is the Alphonso W. Davis chapter in Omaha, Nebraska. His story, he went to Tech High School, and he became a captain in the Tuskegee Airmen. From my understanding, he was on one of the raids, and he got shot down, and they never found his body. He's never been found. So I imagine that's one of the reasons they named the chapter after him.